Right, what's happening? Yeah, it's that time again. It's story time now. This is going to be a little 10 times 15, it's called, yeah, which is going to be 10 times 15-minute stories because I listen to everyone. And in the comment section, some people want a 15-minute story, some people want half an hour, one's 45 minutes, and an hour, and this, that. So I'm going to cater for everyone right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do little short blasts. There's going to be 10 stories, 15 minutes in duration, last in a playlist, and all uploads at the same time, right? So we're coming off the top, and this is how we're rolling, right? So I'm sitting in mine, and I've been on the graft all day, and I mean all day, right? Because it was like by, with the 80s race course and all that. So I knew it was going to be busy, so I was up at like 7 in the morning, and I just bob, all day, just slagging, end these quarters, bob, half levels, bob. Now I don't do bits, I don't do like 3 for 3, I don't do that like that. But one of my mates does, he works for me, so he's on that like little graft, you know what I mean? So I'm giving a bit of this, that, and it's two separate numbers. So this fella, right now, this fella's a big hard case, he's a proper hard case, he's from out the way, and he's come down to Liverpool, and he's my mate's mate. Now, my mate who he's mates with, can I'll be straight with you, he'd blather me in a straight, he's proper at every kid, right? I'm not saying I'm every kid, but let's just say, in a one-on-one straight net, I don't really fancy my chances with him, and I can fight and I do MMA and I do for like sport and that, but this kid's just, he's another level, he's an absolute banger, he's just known all over the gap, he's an absolute banger, one-on-one straight net, I'd put him up against anyone, do you know what I mean, anyone who I know in real life, maybe not like cage fighters or nothing like that, but, like intermediate cage fighters, he'd waste them, because he's got experience and he does do MMA that, but if you put him against like like a fighter, then it's not going to work out well. But we're not proper fighters. We do it for sport and just for laughing. I get my head punched in the gym at 5 bells in the morning. It's like just for a laugh. Do you know what I mean? So used to taking things, can have a go. Not scared of no one. Like I said, I'm no one. Now you've got to understand that this fella who comes down, he comes down with me mate. Now my mate is like who I not look up to, but he's, in the scheme of things, he's above me, do you know what I mean? And I already know that, and it's never not, he's like who I go to if I need help, do you know what I mean? He's massive network, he's European, he's just got it boxed, like, so I'm localised, I'm like nationwide, I've got mates all over the place, like Scotland, Wales, Ireland, Liverpool, England, down south, and just everywhere, so he's a little bit bigger than me, he's got more connections, like Spain, and you know what I mean, he's just all over the place, the time, he's like that, you know what I mean? So, to be fair, if I didn't know him, would I want to fuck with him? No, not at all, because he's got proper connection. He'll do anything for him. Do you know what I mean? He's absolutely smashed it now. I've got dough, but he's got dough. Do you get what I mean? He's got silly dough. He's been in the game for years. He's got silly dough. He's always been like the next step above me. I've always been like not sailing behind him, but at first when I started, he was giving me his little crumbs, and I made them crumbs into a full biscuit. Do you get what I mean? But he's got like packets of biscuits, pallets even. Do you get what I mean? So this kid who's come down, he's an Andy lad and all that. I've spoken to him a few times, and we were sound, we were sound that. So he made saying to me, lad, yeah, will you see him? I said, yeah, because my mate was going to races, he was going to racing all that, but I weren't, because I'm not really into it. Just standing there watching horses running out, I'm not asked. It's all better than that, yeah, but I don't need to go there, sitting in traffic, or that fucking jippy. Yeah, I'll just slag, so he goes, yeah, I'll bend it on him. I said, go on. So this kid's on me, and I mean on me, he's on me from like 7 in the morning, and he's spending brutally. He must have spent about, honest to God, just in like half of us, and he spent about 3 grand, which is a good amount of dough, do you know what I mean? I'm happy with that. So, it is what it is. So he goes, well, you're not all right. I said, yeah, but I was finishing. I finish at like 10, and then I give it to someone else, to do the endings and the half goals and all that. So he's jumped in my place, and he's in my car. So he's flying down to this kid phones me. So I got the phone, and he's like, lad, have we got another quarter? I said, yeah, come on. He said, how much? I said, yeah. I said, I'll do you a little deal. I said, tell you what, I said, you've been getting shit off me all day, so you can have a quarter, lad, you can have it for a tour. He's like, yeah, it is right, lad, sound. So we made takes him a quarter down, gives me for a tour and all that, and he's buzzing and all that. So then he phones me back, because he must be having a party wherever he is. I don't know what they've done. I don't even know whose gaffer is. I don't know whether it's like an Airbnb or it's just this gaffer we've been going to all day. So he's like, go on, so he goes down, and then next thing, about 2 hours later, I'm not going to see no one, and my mate who's doing the endings and calls, and he's like going off soon, do you know what I mean, because he's got a burning kid and all that, but the lad who's just doing a little bit, he's on all night. So he phones that phone, right? Now, it's weird, why is he phoning that phone on me? So he phones him up, and he's like, listen lad, bring me a ball of 15 or a ball of 16, whatever. So he goes down, so the lad comes out, and just absolutely terrorises him, yeah. Says, yeah, I give it, so my mate trusts him, because I trust him, because he's been buying swag all day, so so my mate gives him a ball, and the lad just walks in and shuts the door. And my mate's not like, he's not really, he can't handle shit like that, he wouldn't know what to do, he's just a street worker, he just, he just gets a wage, and, so he phones me up, and he goes, listen lad, he's done this, he's done that. I said, what do you mean? He said, lad, he's just took the ball off me and walked in and shut the door. I said, hey, you fucking messing? He went, no. So I said, what? So I phoned him up and he answered the phone. He said, all right, what's happening? He's like, oh, lad, I can't hear you, push the phone down. So I'm thinking, what's he on out there? So I phoned him again, phone's off. Phoned again, his phone's off. And I'm thinking, wow, what's going on here? What's going on here? The next thing, my big mate phones me and he goes to me, oh, lad, what's just happened there? I said, what do you mean, what's just happened there? He went, lad, he said, lad, he's fuming with you. I said, he's fuming. I said, who the fuck are you talking to? He's fuming with me. What are you on about, lad? He's going, wow, what are you fuming on me for? I said, lad, he's fuming with me. I said, he's a fume on anyone, lad. I said, sounds to phone me now. I said, I've been trying to phone him, he's been blanking me. I said, he just took a ball off the lad. He's going to me, what? I said, lad, he said, he's spanking hands. I said, he has. So what? So what, you think I owe him something for that? Listen, lad, you know, if he would have phoned me up and he would have said to me, like, here's a few bits, I would have given him for nothing. I would have given him for nothing, lad. I would have had to give him like 10 bits for nothing, like, go ahead, Sam, lad, see you later. Just because he's your mate and just because he's been buying off me all day. Lad, you're not just coming to the car and just doing that to him, lad. And he was like, who was on it, told me, he was like, I said, lad, he's proper parcels. He's phoned me up, he doesn't know what to say, lad. And he's like, I said, listen, I said, just phone your mate now and tell him it's Sam, lad, you know, I'm not going to start causing murder over it. I said, but lad, I want to go tomorrow, do you know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, I'll sort it. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, you know what, the ways to go about things, that was a weird way to go about it, you know. It was a weird, because you know what, if he would have, I would have just given me. So, like, what's he doing? Usually in the party with, what's he saying to them on the phone? He said, do you know what I mean? So my head started to go, like, proper spinning. And by this time, I've had a few stripes on the brand and all that. And, you know, it's building up on me. So, a few of my mates have come round and I'm like, what's happening? So I told him, like, what? Like, lad, he's only a muppet. I'm like, lad, he's not. You say that about everyone, he's not a muppet, lad. And he's like, yeah, I know, but, lad, you do him. I said, yeah, I do him. I said, but he's a proper good mate, lad, you know, from, like, out the way. He's going, I know, but he's your mate. I'm like, I know, but he's going to, like, expect me. So I've got all these things in my head, like what he's going to expect me to do, or he's going to expect me to just like, throw me, or, oh, lad, just give it, you know, for me. But, nah, I'm not doing that because I don't know who he's in a party with, because he goes with my big mate, but my other mate is, like, do you know what I mean? It's intertwined and all that. So if he's sitting in a party there, thinking he's on one, like, speaking down about me, that's going to make everyone else, like, you know, think down about me. And what have I done? Nothing. That's, you know, just because you bought things off me all day, that doesn't mean I owe you something. But on the flip side, if you would have just been sound me and said to me, listen, I've got no dough down me, or whatever, I can't be asked driving to go to the bank, I'd understand. I'd be like, go on, sound, lad, I'm not asked to see you when I see you. And I probably would have even billed him for it. Do you know what I mean? Have it, lad, I'm not asked because I know I'll make it off him. But the way he's gone about it, you know, when I've gone there, he's been like nothing but nice and dough, and as soon as I've sent someone else with little bits, you know, even the other mates he went to see before him, he's still been sound with him. Because he's taught in his head that if he takes a big bit, like, you know, sort of like a big, like an half level, or, you know, in a quarter, or even an enemy, then it'll cause trouble. But if it just take a few bits, it won't. But then a few bits of the ball, do you know what I mean? So if you add it all up, yeah, lad, you've just took 16.5s, you've just took 8 gram. Yeah, 8 gram is just over it's just over a quarter. So you may as well just done that with a quarter. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just thinking, lads, I'm thinking that's, I know. But I'm not going to start rushing into it because he could just be off his barney and he could, like, just, you know what I mean? People get, like, all mad confidence, don't they, when they're off the bar and they think things, and then when they wake up, they're wounded. So I'm going to let him sleep and I'm not going to start bothering him now. So that's just is what it is. So I just forget about it, put it on the back burner and thought he's not going nowhere, he's down here for the weekend. No, and I know where he lives anyway, I know exactly where he lives, but it's not, what are you doing? You know, but like, what have I done wrong there? Nothing. I've done nothing wrong there. And I've sent one of the lads who's got little bits and that. The lad's gone, and he's phoning that, what's he phoning that phone for? It just didn't make sense to me, but you know, it is what it is. He might be off his barney. We're all happy, we're all mates. Let's just see how it pans out. Then the next thing, the big mate phones, he goes, lad, he's giving the dough. I went, what do you mean he's giving the dough? He went, lad, he's given the worker the dough. I said, lad, he hasn't. I said, he hasn't. Now, this worker, he's my mate, I know him. I know him, you know what I mean? As if, listen, I know him. He's worked for me for ages, lad. I know he's never been down. He's one of them kids you could probably learn. As if he's going to do that. And he's going, lad, well, he's saying he's giving the dough and that. So you're probably going to have to swallow it. And I've just been like, lad, what are you on about? He's going, lad, just for me. He went, I'll give you the dough. I said, I don't want you to give me the dough. I said, lad, I'm not swallowing it. He's going, lad, you're right. I said, why are you, what? No, I'm not. And he's like, lad, you're right. You know, as if like, listen, lad, you're my mate and that, you know, you've done things for me, that, but you know, no, I'm not. And he's like, listen, lad, lad, I'm telling you. I said, you're telling me? He went, yeah. He said, lad, I'm telling you, just jibby. He said, I'll give you the dough tomorrow. He said, lad, I'm not even asking you, I'm telling you. I said, yeah. I said, all right, sound, mate, sound. I said, all right, sound. So he put the phone down, and I'm thinking, you cheeky, mate. I don't know where he's off his partner as well. So I don't know what he's telling me. No way. So my head spinning, and my mate to go, lad, you just being wrote off, like proper making it worse. And I'm looking at him, he's going, lad, I'm only messed up. I'm like, what are you going to do? He said, what are you going to do? So I phoned the lad, he was on the grass, I said, come and get me now. He's like, what? I said, come and get me now. He's like, all right. So he comes down and said, he told me, he's giving me the dough. He goes to me, lad, I swear, you can tell by his face, lad, I swear to God, lad, on me kid. Lad, you don't need to say it to me, but I've got a duster in my pocket anyway. So let's go then, yeah. So flies out to the gaff, knocks on the door, the lad opens the door. And I said, where's he? He said, he's in here. So I went to walk in, he went, you can't come in here. I said, you can't come in here. He said, lad, so I just moved past and walked to his party, and there's just loads of people in his party, right? And they're only, it's just like, he's just like king of the mings, you know what I mean? So I said, what's happening, lad? He's like, lad, what's happening? Jumps up and that all proper sound. Now, I've got a feeling he's been talking about me, right? And some of these people in his party, they know me. So I said, yeah, come here, can I have a word with you? He's like, what do you mean? I said, what do you mean? He said, I want to have a word with you. He went, what are you trying to say? I said, lad, I said, why are you on the defensive already? I said, there's been some sort of misunderstanding, and I just need to, like, figure out what's going on and all that. And he's like, oh, okay. He went to me, so he walks out, and he goes to me, proper cheeky, looking at me in the face as well. So I'm standing like in this like hallway, and there's stairs there, but we've shut the door, so no one can hear us. And now my mate, he's still in the car, the lad who got the, he was doing the graph for me. So I'm standing there, I said to him, what's going on here? I said, well, what are you playing at? He went, what am I playing at? He said, what are you playing at? I said, what? I said, I'm not playing at nothing, lad. I said, I don't understand what's going on. He went, well, I've just phoned your mate there, and he told me it sounds that. I said, do you know what, mate? It's not for him to tell you it sounds. I said, he's got no right to tell you it sounds. He's like, well, lad, I've given the door. I said, yeah, I know what, he's winding, so just down, bang, put him clean out, just go to his pocket, he's got lemon, take the lemon off him, take the door off him, and I thought, that's more than he owed me, yet sound, see you later, just gets out and just slams the door, jumps in the car and just bails. I wait to go to the lads, I said, just put him clean out, lad. He's like, what, but I did use a duster, so the kid's like, oh, I've hurt him, I said, it is what it is, I'm not asked, so have some of that, lad, with your little turkey teeth, you know what I mean, fucking turkey teeth just exploded, like Sonic the Hedgehog when he gets hit and all the coins come out of him. Driving back, and I'm thinking, I shouldn't have really done that, you know what I mean? So gets home and all that, comes back, and like, somebody makes it still in mind, like, lad, what I said, lad, just put him clean out, and they're like, lad, you're funny, you know, he's right, and mate goes to me, lad, I knew you'd do that. I'm like, lad, obviously I'm going to do that. He said, trying to pull me to the side, telling me that, you know what I mean, as if, like, my grafters are robbing me, and it's my fault, and my mate told me to stand down. So fuck off, lad, I'm not arsed, lad, no one tells me to stand down, yeah, no one, I'm just getting tethered like some mingy like that. Now, me big mate, like I said, he'll do me in a strainer, but yeah, I'm not asked, it is what it is. I'd rather take it hard and then just get me to shove like that. I'd rather just have him straightening now. I know it's not going to happen, but I'm prepared for it to happen. I'm not even asked. Next thing the phone goes to my big mate, and he goes to me, lad, what have you done? I said, lad, here's what I've done. I just absolutely took his chin off what I just done, and what? And he's going, oh, lad, but he's like half laughing as well. And I'm like, what, lad? He's going, lad, I told you. I'm like, lad, you don't tell me nothing. I said, it's not your business, lad. I said, it was your bitch or something, then sounds it, but lad, it's not your business, lad. I said, he's not making a show me in front of everyone I work with, lad, and all my mates and all that. I said, all my mates are in the house here. He's going, you were told me, he's going, I'm like, lad, you're going on at me like it's my fault. I said, it's not my fault, it's his fault, lad. I said, you know, lad, if you want to start playing now like that, he's not even from round here, lad. Coming round here in Airbnbs and all that, just taking swag off me like I'm some muppet, lad. But he never took it off you. But lad, he did take it off me, because he is me, he represents me, he's my grafter. Yeah, how come he hasn't said nothing to me, and how come he hasn't said nothing to the lad? He brought him the big bits, so he thinks it's alright to take 16 bits off someone. Lad, that's 8 gram. Yeah, lad, it's 8 gram and it's fucking raw. Do you know what I mean? So, what, lad? That 8 gram, lad, I could have put it 1 to 1, lad, it'd have been 16 gram. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of things wrong with it, lad. But I told you to give me the dough. Lad, I don't care if you told me to give me the dough. It's not your business to give me the dough. This isn't your business, lad. Your mate's not coming round here to Liverpool and just absolutely taking the piss out of anyone he wants, lad. Simple as that. Whatever he wants to do, lad, you know, not with me, he's not, lad. And I'm not asked that you're my mate, lad. Now, if you're my mate, then I need you to be my mate now and just be mutual about it. He's going, well, lad, you know, I said, well, right, well, if it went off with me and he moves back, if he go, he's like, obviously yours. I'm like, well, shut up then, lad. He's like, lad, don't tell him to shut up. I'm like, lad, I am telling him to shut up, lad. I'm not arsed, lad. Just because you think you'd have me in a stain, lad, I'll say what I want to you, lad. Lad, I've known you my whole life, lad, and he's saying this to me. You know what, I can't even believe you're saying this to me, lad. And he's going, lad, I know, but I've got to clean it up. I'm like, lad, it was nothing to do with you. You've jumped into it, concerned yourself in my business because he's your mate, and then tried to make me stand down. What? So I just get made to shove out of tomorrow with a red face, lad, just being rolled by some muppet, lad, who's not even from round here, in front of all my grafters and that. Not happening, lad, not happening. I said, so what do you want to do then? He's like, I said, tell him I'll have my straightener, lad. And he's going, lad, you know, it's going to go. I said, I'm not arsed, lad. I said, I'm not arsed, so I'm fuming now. And I'm half fuming on him because the way he's just like being like that with me. Do you know what I mean? Lad, your first response when he's told you that is to tell me to stand down, you'll pay me. Lad, go and give him some fucking money then and tell him to pay me then. Do you know what I mean? Why am I taking money off you for him? Do you know what, lad? Tell him he wants me a fucking straightener. I'll have him a straightener, lad, first thing in the morning, whenever he wants, lad. And I'm all day for it. He's like, oh, lad, let me sort it. He went, do me a favour. What he meant, just block him. I said, I won't block him if he's got something to say, I won't. And he's going, oh, lad, he's one of them bellends. Just like, I said, lad, listen to me. If he wants me a straightener, I'll have him a straightener. He's like, all right, sound. So then nothing's happened. It's all gone quiet and that. And then the next day he wakes up and this lad phones me. So I answer the phone and said, what's happening, lad? He went, oh, listen, lad, I don't know what happened there. He said, but you know that lad you were who stole it on me? And I'm thinking, what? I went, yeah. He went, who's he, lad? I said, oh, lad, I said, he's just some kid from out the way, you know. I said, I don't even know why he stole it on you. The kid's licked it, he doesn't know what's happening, or he's chose a way out, yeah. But he's tried, like, to not blame me, like, it's nothing to me, like, oh, well, lad, will tell him this, I said, yeah, I'll tell him, lad, I'll tell him and that. So then my big mate phoned me up and he goes, lad, what happened there? He said, he's saying 2 years wedding. I said, lad, he's just said that. I said, lad, I absolutely put him clean out with a duster, and that's that. And he's going, lad, his jaw's fractured. I said, so what? Lad? I said, that's what happens, lad. I said, all for what? For 16 bits in a ball, lad. Do you know what I mean? Just think about it, lad. I just had your chin snap for 8 grand. And my mate just bursts a laugh. He's going, do you know what, lad? And I'm like, and you owe me an apology anyway? He's like, what for? I said, the way you were carrying on last night. He went, lad, I'll be honest with you. He said, I can't remember anything that went on about it, lad. He said, I don't even know what happened, lad. He said, you know, just proper blender. I was like, sound, lad, sound, and that's it. And you know what? I've never seen that kid again, ever. That's what happens, though. You start bouncing around to the cities thinking you're on one because you're on one in your city. Then someone's just going to put you straight, aren't they? Yeah, that's how it rolls. Scouser out.